Chosen ones, your journey has been anything but ordinary. From the very beginning, you have been set apart, misunderstood, and, at times, even vilified. But what the world often fails to see is that your strength comes not from their approval, but from the divine purpose written into your soul. It's this purpose that has refined you, shaping you into something formidable, something that can no longer be ignored or dismissed. Through trials and tribulations, you've learned to navigate a world that doesn't fully understand you. And in doing so, you've mastered the art of self-possession, of being unshaken by the opinions of others. This wasn't a role you sought out, but rather it was thrust upon you by circumstances beyond your control. Yet here you stand, not as the villain they once painted you to be, but as someone who embodies the strength and resilience needed to fulfill your divine mission. The truth is, people don't fear you because you've done something wrong. They fear you because they see the power you hold within, a power that threatens the comfort of their limitations. So, as we delve into this transformation, let us uncover how this misunderstood role has become a badge of honor, a sign of your unshakable commitment to your higher calling. What does it mean to walk in this newfound strength? And how do you continue to move forward when others are afraid to meet your gaze? The answers lie not in their perceptions, but in the clarity of your purpose. Your journey as a chosen one has not been without its battles. The world is quick to label what it doesn't understand, and for many of you, that label has been villain. But what if this role, as misunderstood as it may be, was a necessary step in your evolution? What if it was part of God's plan to set you apart for something greater? They see your confidence and call it arrogance. They see your boundaries and call it cruelty. But you know the truth. You've simply learned to protect your energy and walk with purpose. This isn't about being malicious or vengeful. It's about standing firm in the identity that was divinely given to you. Think of Yeshua, who was often misunderstood and even hated by those who refused to see the light he carried. In John 15:18-19, he said, "If the world hates you, keep in mind that it hated me first. If you belong to the world, it would love you as its own." Like Yeshua, you've been called out of the world's mold, and this often comes with the price of being labeled as an outsider, or worse. But here's the secret. This role isn't a punishment. It's a platform. It's the fire that forges you into someone who cannot be easily shaken. Each challenge you've faced, each misunderstanding you've endured, has added another layer to your strength, another dimension to your wisdom. As you continue to embrace this misunderstood power, ask yourself, what if the fear and hesitation others feel toward you are not signs of your failure, but rather proof of your growth? How can you use this perception to further align with your purpose without letting it weigh you down? The answers are closer than you think. The world is quick to judge what it does not understand. For the chosen ones, this judgment often manifests as ridicule, fear, or even outright hostility. You've likely experienced moments when your intentions were questioned and your strength was mistaken for aggression. They've villainized you, yet it's only because they couldn't see the truth behind your transformation. But being misunderstood is not the end of your story. It's merely a chapter in the journey of your divine purpose. When people attempt to paint you as the antagonist, it's often because your growth highlights their stagnation. They project their insecurities onto you, hoping to diminish your light so they can feel comfortable in their own shadows. However, the victory lies in not allowing these perceptions to dictate who you are. Consider Yeshua once again, persecuted, mocked, and ultimately crucified by those who couldn't comprehend his mission. Yet even in his darkest moments he said, "Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they are doing." Luke 23:34. His ability to rise above the noise and stay true to his purpose is a lesson for you as well. Your villain persona isn't about becoming cold-hearted or detached. It's about establishing boundaries and refusing to be controlled by others' opinions. When they call you intimidating, recognize that what they truly see is your strength. When they label you distant, understand that what they fear is your clarity. These aren't flaws. They're marks of someone who has been refined by divine trials. But here's the question that lingers. What will you do with this power? Will you let their perceptions weigh you down, or will you use them as stepping stones toward your destiny? The choice, as always, is yours. You've likely noticed it, the shift in how people approach you. Conversations are more careful, their words chosen more deliberately. It's not fear that drives this, it's respect. There's a chill in the air when you walk into a room, not because you've grown distant, but because you've grown into the person you were meant to be. This aura you now carry is not something you learned, it's something you earned. Through trials, rejection, and betrayal, you've cultivated a presence that speaks volumes without saying a word. But this isn't about intimidation. It's about clarity, about the unshakable knowledge of who you are and what you stand for. Think back to Yeshua walking on water, his faith unyielding even as the storm raged around him, Matthew 14:22-33. His composure in the face of chaos is a reminder to you that your calm, commanding presence is rooted in the divine confidence that God has placed within you. This is why people think twice before crossing you. They sense the depth of your purpose, even if they can't fully understand it. But this commanding presence comes with its own set of challenges. People will project their fears onto you, mistaking your strength for coldness and your wisdom for arrogance. The key is not to let their misunderstandings cloud your sense of self. Instead, use their reactions as a mirror, reflecting how far you've come and how much you've grown. To be set apart is to walk a path few understand. As a chosen one, you've felt the sting of isolation, the weight of being misunderstood. But what if this separation wasn't meant to break you, but to strengthen you? What if, like Yeshua, your journey is one of purposeful distinction? Yeshua lived a life that was anything but conventional. He dined with sinners, healed on the Sabbath, and challenged the traditions of the Pharisees, all actions that drew criticism and condemnation. Yet his mission was clear: to bring light into the darkness, no matter the cost. In John 15:19, he reminds us, "If you were of the world would love you as its own. But because you are not of the world, I chose you out of the world, therefore the world hates you. You too have been chosen out of the world." This separation may feel like a curse at times, but it's a mark of divine favor. The very traits that make you different, your resilience, your vision, your unyielding faith, are the same traits that intimidate those around you. They don't see the nights you spent wrestling with doubt or the tears you shed in solitude. All they see is the strength that emerged from the fire. But strength can be polarizing. Like Yeshua, you'll face opposition from those who fear what they don't understand. Some will mistake your confidence for arrogance, your boundaries for hostility. Yet it's crucial to remember that their perceptions do not define your purpose. So how do you follow Yeshua's example in the face of misunderstanding? By staying rooted in your mission, by letting your actions speak louder than their words, by carrying your strength with humility and your purpose with grace. And as you walk this path, consider this: what would happen if you fully embraced this role as part of your divine calling? How much more could you accomplish if you stopped questioning why you were set apart and started using it to your advantage? Fear is often born from ignorance. For many people, your transformation as a chosen one unsettles them because it challenges the norms they've grown comfortable with. You've risen above mediocrity, embraced your divine identity, and cultivated a presence that speaks of purpose and resilience. To them, this is unnerving because it disrupts their perception of the world and of you. But why do they fear you? The answer lies in control. People fear what they cannot predict or dominate. Your strength, your confidence, and your ability to remain unshaken even in difficult situations make you an anomaly in a world that thrives on conformity. They see you moving forward despite opposition, thriving despite setbacks, and refusing to compromise despite the odds stacked against you. These qualities make you unpredictable, and unpredictability is terrifying for those who prefer the comfort of familiarity. Consider how Yeshua often evoked fear and confusion among his critics. His teachings, which defied the rigid traditions of the Pharisees, were viewed as a threat to their authority. His miracles, which defied the natural order, were labeled as blasphemy by those who didn't understand their divine origin. And yet, he never wavered in his mission. In John 10:10, he declared, "I have come that they may have life and have it to the full." His purpose was never about pleasing the masses, but about fulfilling the will of the Father. Your journey mirrors this in many ways. As you walk in your divine calling, you'll encounter people who are intimidated by the very things that set you apart. They may accuse you of arrogance because you set boundaries. They may call you distant because you protect your peace. They may even label you as ruthless because you refuse to be manipulated. But the truth is, their reactions are not about you, they're about them. Fear is a projection of their insecurities. When they see your growth, they're forced to confront their stagnation. When they see your courage, they're reminded of their fears. When they see your faith, they're made aware of their doubts. These realizations can be uncomfortable, and rather than face them, many choose to project their discomfort onto you. Yet, their fear is not your responsibility. You are not here to coddle the insecurities of others. You are here to walk boldly in the purpose that God has placed before you. And while their fear may create obstacles, it's also a sign of the impact you're making. After all, no one fears something insignificant. But this doesn't mean you should respond with arrogance or hostility. Like Yeshua, you're called to rise above. His response to fear and opposition was never to shrink back or lash out. Instead, he moved forward with confidence, knowing that his mission was greater than the opinions of others. This is the example you're called to follow. The challenge lies in maintaining this balance. How do you stay compassionate toward those who fear you without compromising your boundaries? How do you use their fear as a reflection of your growth without allowing it to define you? These are questions that will shape your journey as you continue to evolve. Betrayal is one of the deepest wounds a chosen one can endure. It comes not from strangers, but from those you trusted, those you believed would stand by you. The sting of being misunderstood or deliberately hurt can leave scars that run deep. Yet, in the divine journey of being chosen, even betrayal serves a purpose. It refines you, strengthens you, and prepares you for the battles that lie ahead. In these moments of pain, it's tempting to question why it had to happen. Why did they turn on you? Why did they misunderstand your intentions? These are natural questions, but the answers often lead back to your divine calling. Betrayal is not just a test of endurance, it's a lesson in discernment. Through the hurt, you've learned to differentiate between those who are meant to journey with you and those who were only meant to teach you a lesson before leaving your life. Yeshua, too, faced betrayal in its rawest form. Judas, one of his own disciples, betrayed him for 30 pieces of silver. The heartbreak of that moment, knowing the intention behind Judas's actions, was profound. Yet, even in this act of ultimate betrayal, Yeshua displayed divine strength. In Luke 22:48, he said to Judas, "Judas, are you betraying the Son of Man with a kiss?" This was not a statement of anger, but of acknowledgement, a recognition that betrayal was part of the greater plan. As a chosen one, you've endured betrayals that have left you questioning the loyalty of those around you. But instead of allowing these experiences to embitter you, they've shaped you into someone who can stand firm in the face of adversity. You've learned to guard your heart while still keeping it open to love and grace. This balance is not easy to achieve, but it is essential for fulfilling your purpose. Each act of betrayal has added another layer to your unshakable fortress. You've become more discerning about who you allow into your inner circle. You've developed the strength to walk away from toxic situations without losing your sense of self. And most importantly, you've learned to rely on God as your ultimate source of trust and guidance. This process has not been without its challenges. The pain of betrayal can linger, resurfacing in moments when you least expect it. But as you continue to walk in your purpose, you'll find that this pain no longer controls you. Instead, it becomes a source of wisdom, a reminder of how far you've come and how much you've grown. The fortress you've built is not a barrier to keep the world out. It's a stronghold that allows you to move forward with confidence and peace. It's a reflection of the divine resilience within you, a testament to the power of turning pain into purpose. Walking as a chosen one often feels like being a lion among sheep. The world moves in predictable patterns, guided by fear, conformity, and the desire for approval. But you are called to walk a different path, one marked by strength, clarity, and divine purpose. This distinction sets you apart, not as an outsider, but as a leader. Yeshua exemplified what it means to stand firm as a lion in a world of sheep. His wisdom, power, and authority were undeniable, yet he carried them with humility and grace. In Matthew 10:16, he said, "Behold, I send you out as sheep in the midst of wolves. Therefore be wise as serpents and harmless as doves." This statement reveals a profound truth. Strength is not about aggression. It's about discernment and self-control. As a chosen one, you've likely experienced moments where your strength was misunderstood. People may have called you intimidating, distant, or even arrogant. But these labels come from their inability to grasp the depth of your purpose. Like Yeshua, you've learned to navigate a world that often operates in fear with the courage to stand alone when necessary. Your lion-like presence commands attention. You don't need to shout to be heard or demand respect to receive it. Instead, your actions speak louder than words. Your ability to remain calm under pressure, make decisions rooted in wisdom, and move with unwavering confidence makes you a force to be reckoned with. But being a lion in a world of sheep comes with its challenges. There are those who will try to diminish your light because it exposes their shadows. There are those who will attempt to undermine your authority because it threatens their control. And there are those who will resent your presence because it reminds them of their own unfulfilled potential. The key to navigating these challenges lies in embracing Yeshua's example. He never allowed the opinions of others to dictate his actions. Instead, he remained focused on his mission, even when it led him to the cross. His strength was not in overpowering others, but in staying true to his purpose, no matter the cost. You are called to do the same. Your strength is not about dominating others, but about inspiring them to rise to their own potential. Your wisdom is not about outsmarting others, but about guiding them toward truth. And your authority is not about control, but about serving with integrity and compassion. As you continue to walk in this lion-like strength, remember that you are not alone. You are part of a divine plan that is bigger than yourself. And while the path may be challenging, it is also deeply rewarding. In a world obsessed with noise and attention, moving in silence has become a lost art. But for the chosen ones, silence is not weakness, it is power. It's in the quiet moments that you find clarity, strength, and alignment with your divine purpose. This approach allows you to move with precision, avoiding unnecessary distractions while maximizing your impact. Moving in silence doesn't mean hiding, it means being intentional. You've likely experienced situations where sharing too much too soon led to misunderstandings or sabotage. The lesson here is that not everyone is meant to understand your journey, and not everyone deserves a front row seat to your transformation. Yeshua often moved in silence, choosing his moments of revelation with care. In John 7:6, he said, "My time has not yet come, but your time is always ready." This statement reflects his understanding of divine timing. He didn't rush to prove himself or seek validation from others. Instead, he waited for the right moment to reveal his purpose, ensuring that his actions aligned with God's plan. For you, moving in silence means trusting the process. It means working diligently behind the scenes, allowing your actions to speak louder than your words. It means understanding that not every battle requires your participation, and not every opportunity is meant for you. This approach can be challenging in a world that values constant visibility. There may be times when you feel the pressure to prove yourself or defend your decisions. But true power lies in knowing that you don't need external validation. Your worth is not determined by the opinions of others, but by the divine calling within you. When you move in silence, you also create space for discernment. You're able to observe the intentions of those around you, identifying who is truly supportive and who is merely curious. This awareness allows you to protect your energy and focus on what truly matters. But silence doesn't mean isolation. It's important to have a trusted circle of individuals who understand your journey and can offer guidance and encouragement. These relationships are rare and valuable, providing the support you need to continue moving forward. In this season of your life, moving in silence is not just a strategy. It's a necessity. It's how you protect your purpose, maintain your peace, and ensure that your actions align with God's plan for you. As you walk this path, remember that silence is not the absence of power, it is its greatest expression. As a chosen one, you've likely wondered what it is about you that provokes such strong reactions in others. Why do some people admire you while others feel threatened? The answer lies in what they truly see in you, a reflection of something they may not even realize exists within themselves. Your presence reveals truths that others might not be ready to face. When you walk into a room carrying the strength and resilience you've earned through trials, you become a mirror. For some, this mirror reflects hope and possibility, inspiring them to rise above their own limitations. For others, it reflects their fears, doubts, and insecurities, things they would rather avoid confronting. This duality is not your fault. It is simply the nature of being chosen. Your light shines brightly, and while some are drawn to it, others will shy away or even try to extinguish it. But their reactions are not a reflection of you. They are a reflection of what's happening inside them. Even Yeshua experienced this. His presence brought joy and healing to many, but it also provoked anger and hostility in others. In John 3:20, it is written, "Everyone who does evil hates the light and will not come into the light for fear that their deeds will be exposed." His light exposed the darkness in their hearts, and instead of seeking transformation, they chose to resist him. In your case, the strength and clarity you've gained through your journey make others take notice. They see your ability to rise above challenges, your confidence in walking your path, and your unwavering faith in the divine plan for your life. These qualities are rare, and they unsettle those who are used to mediocrity. But this revelation is not just about how others perceive you, it's also about how you perceive yourself. Being chosen means recognizing the divine power within you and walking boldly in it, regardless of how others react. Their admiration or resentment does not change your worth or your purpose. As you continue to step into this revelation, you'll notice that the opinions of others matter less and less. What truly matters is your alignment with your purpose and your commitment to fulfilling it. And as you grow stronger in this understanding, you'll find that the reactions of others are no longer a burden. They're simply an acknowledgement of the impact you're making. The truth is, people see in you what they most need to see. For some, you'll be a source of inspiration. For others, you'll be a reminder of what they need to change. Either way, you are fulfilling your divine role, and that is all that truly matters. There's something unmistakable about a chosen one who fully embraces their purpose. It's an aura of authority, a quiet confidence that speaks of a deep connection to something greater. This is your divine edge, the unique power and presence that sets you apart from the crowd. This edge didn't come easily. It was forged in the fires of adversity, shaped by trials, and refined through moments of doubt and perseverance. Every challenge you've faced has contributed to the strength you now carry. And while others may only see the finished product, you know the journey it took to get here. Walking boldly in this purpose requires more than just acknowledging your divine calling. It requires living it out every day. It means making decisions that align with your values, setting boundaries that protect your energy, and taking steps that move you closer to your destiny. This boldness isn't about arrogance, it's about confidence in the path that God has laid before you. Yeshua is the ultimate example of walking boldly in purpose and authority. Despite opposition, he never wavered in his mission. In Matthew 28:18, he declared, "All authority in heaven and on earth has been given to me." He walked with the certainty of his divine calling, and that authority was evident in everything he did. You too carry this divine authority. It may not look like the authority the world recognizes, but it is far more powerful. It's the authority to overcome challenges, to inspire others, and to fulfill the unique purpose you were created for. This authority is not something you earn. It's something you inherit as a chosen one. But walking boldly also means embracing the responsibilities that come with this authority. You are called to be a light in the darkness, a source of hope and guidance for those who are searching. This doesn't mean you have to have all the answers, but it does mean being willing to share your journey and the lessons you've learned along the way. As you continue to walk in this divine edge, remember that your path will not always be easy. There will be moments of doubt, opposition, and even failure. But these moments are not the end of your story. They're just opportunities for growth. Each step you take in your purpose strengthens your connection to the divine and reinforces the authority you've been given. And as you move forward, you'll find that this edge is not just a gift, it's a responsibility. A call to rise above, to inspire, and to lead with integrity and grace.
Chosen ones, if you enjoy our videos and would like to support our channel, feel free to buy us a coffee. The link will be in the description below. Thanks for watching and have a blessed day.